All right, all praise to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Barakatah, Kwam Yasharala. We in the building, NKOI. Shalom, y'all. Your brothers can introduce, yeah.
Shalom, shalom. Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham. May the Most High continue to bless and exhort y'all brothers, you understand what I'm saying? And may the nation of Israel repent and come to the true understanding of who they are. Hallelujah.
Shalom, shalom to the hopeful elect out there, the 12 tribes of Israel scattered to the four winds. We're here to dispel the myth that the Native Americans were never put on slave ships. So all praises to Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai for the knowledge. Shalom.
Khan. So this video we're gonna go into natives being put on slave ships, right? Because when it comes to a lot of people, the first thing they want to argue about is natives weren't brung on slave ships. So we're gonna show you that yes, natives were put on slave ships, and that we do fit the curses of Deuteronomy 28:68. All right, so first things first, we're gonna go over a book that Brother Iraq wanted to go over, that he's presenting. So let me share that real quick. So the book is called Global Indios. All right, it's called Global Indios. This is what the cover looks like, just in case anybody's interested in buying it. And we're gonna go straight to the intro.
Yo, how did they become global Indios?
Exactly.
If they're from the Native Americans, this book is saying they're global because you're going to come to find out they were brought by Europeans to Spain, other parts of Europe, and eventually everywhere Europeans had slaves, you found a Native American.
Khan. So I'll go ahead and read this. You just let me know when you need me to stop. All right. So
Khan.
it starts off with Bartholomew de las Casas. If you don't know who Bartholomew de las Casas is, he's a Spanish Jesuit priest who was brought to the Caribbean islands, right, South America, to convert Indians into basically Catholicism, Christianity, right? Okay. So let's read about him. It says Bartholomew de las Casas, 1484 to 1566, is considered by some to be the first human rights advocate, a larger-than-life archetypal hero named legal advocate and universal protector of the Indios. That's funny. It said he helped through his tireless efforts to eliminate the most rigorous forms of indigenous slavery in Spanish America. So there you go. We were put into slavery, right? Okay.
And let me just say this also with the tribes that were brought to North America, they had people like John Brown, which was an Edomite, which used to go against the slavery establishment. And also, what's that word about abolitionist?
Abolitionist, yeah.
Right. So this person, Batom de las Casas, he will be considered one of those type of people, stepping up for oppressed people. But that's the Most High Yahweh that put it into these people's minds, because Esau would just run us, to the death, in slavery. So you're always gonna have the Most High stepping in and putting it into the mind of our oppressors, to step up for our cause. That's also in the scriptures. Yeah, Doc.
So it says biographies of the influential man abound, some of them hagiographic, others oriented towards his philosophy and political aspirations.
Right there, you could skip that because that's just going into his. He has a lot of good information. Speaking about our people, you could start at but this volume.
All right. But this volume, right, I'm right here at the bottom just in case. So it says, but this volume is not about Bartholomew de las Casas and his remarkable accomplishments. It is about the indigenous. It is about indigenous men and women called Indios who were interviewed by famous friars like Las Casas, and who, like Catalina in this book's preface, made great efforts to acquire a piece of paper from the Spanish courts saying they were free vassals.
Vassals, yeah. So
Vassals.
this Catalina, she found herself in Spain. She was brought in ships to Spain, and after certain time, they started going to the courts, or specifically to Spanish friars, to try to win their freedom. So the book itself is about certain litigation cases throughout Spain and different parts of Europe that Native Americans were trying to win their freedom through the courts, going through these Catholic friars, right? Same thing was happening in North America. It was happening with certain slaves. After certain times, they found themselves in courts. They wanted to win their freedom, showing you our people are not stupid people. We're not savages. You know what I'm saying? We knew about law. So the book itself has a lot of cases, specific cases on record. However, within those accounts, there's giving us data. That data is speaking about the enslavement of our people, the Native Americans, Taino, Aztec, etc., being brought in slave ships to even find ourselves in that predicament. Ak, you know what I'm saying? How are they finding themselves in Spain in courts? You know what I'm saying? Trying to win their freedom because they were brought in ships. Obviously, you can read on.
So it says, it is about, let me just show you where I'm at. It says, it is about the indigenous struggle for justice, a struggle that occurred on a local and global scale.
So wait a minute. Yeah, go ahead.
It wouldn't be global if we weren't scattered
That's
around
right.
the earth.
Bring it out.
There is no question that La Casa's advocacy was central to those efforts. By testifying on behalf of several slaves, La Casas did what he felt compelled to do: help them achieve their freedom before the Spanish tribunals of the Casa de la Contracción, the House of Trade. The House of Trade, ain't that crazy?
Slave trade, correct.
Yes, slave trade.
And let me just say this, this is just certain cases. Obviously, they're not able to help the vast majority of the people being enslaved. This is just, they could help like 100, but compared to the tens of thousands, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, just like I have to keep going to show the parallel in North America. Certain slaves here, speaking about black slaves, did win their freedom during slavery times. There's history on that. Does that mean the vast majority of the Black Americans, the tribe of Judah, won their slavery? Hell no, because the curses still had to go on. You can read on.
Con. So I'm right here. It says, henceforth referred to as the Casa, established in 1503, or the Council of the Indies, established in 1524. But the indigenous role in that effort, long overshadowed by the larger-than-life presence of La Casas, has yet to be told.
You see that? Has yet to be told. This book came out in 2015. For years, going back to when the camps first started going out, 60s and 70s, we always prophesied that the Native Americans also were slaves and some were put on slave ships. But now we're living in a time when knowledge has been increased. The Most High is giving us more information. We are confident that us Native Americans, Taino, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Cubans, Aztecs, Mexicans, we also suffered in the Atlantic slave trade. It's gonna say it. We can read on, bro.
So it says, has yet to be. I began on this book with two questions. First, what happened to the hundreds of thousands of native peoples who were enslaved and transported to foreign places in the Americas and Europe?
Read that again, bro.
So I began work on this book with two questions. First, what happened to the hundreds of thousands of native peoples who were enslaved and transported to foreign places in the Americas and Europe? Letting us know that our people were transported. How were we transported in those times? Slave ships.
And who was the native people? The native people is the forefathers of the people now called, again, Puerto Rican, Cuban, Dominican, Mexican, Central Americans, South Americans, bro. The people you see on that 12 tribe sign, we have a right to be on that 12 tribe sign because we fit the curses. How about that?
Right.
Or you damn devils out there claiming that we are not the children of Yahweh. You know, the 12 tribes or the 10 tribes, the Northern Kingdom that came out here during the time of the Assyrian Empire.
Right.
You can read on.
So it says, second, would it be possible, given the paucity of historical records, to trace the pathways of several thousand who went to Castile, and
which is
the
Spain. That's
which is
Spain.
Spain, and the histories of the scores of initiated lawsuits against their masters.
You see that? So, so yeah, again, that was happening in North America. We were doing that too. Our people are not stupid people, savage people. We knew about law. We learned the Europeans how they moved in their law, and we had our own culture. But it shows you we adapted. We were bringing them niggas to court, them devils, bro. Go ahead, Doc.
So it says, as I began to probe these questions, I discovered that in the 16th century, at least 650,000 indigenous people were enslaved and forced to relocate to foreign lands throughout the inter-American and transatlantic Iberian world.
You see that, bro? Inter-American meaning you could be from Puerto Rico, a Taino from Puerto Rico, you end up in Brazil, or you end up in Mexico. You could be Aztec, you could end up in the island of Cuba.
Yeah.
And it says transatlantic Iberian world. The Iberian world is Spain. Spain, and wherever Spain went their ships, that's where you're gonna find a Native American. The transatlantic Iberian world, meaning wherever them Spanish ships were going, they were gonna bring them slaves with them.
Yep. So it says, the process began in the 1490s when several thousand unsuspecting individuals were loaded into the holds of the first caravels returning across the Atlantic with Columbus and merchants eager to develop a lucrative transatlantic indigenous slave trade.
Well, when's the last time you heard that? They don't teach that in schools, bro. Transatlantic indigenous slave trade. They tell you about the other one. You know why? They don't want to put into the minds of the Latinos, the Hispanics, that we also fit the conditions of the Black Americans. Because that would have been, if we would have learned that 20, 30 years ago, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. What about in the 60s? All that was hidden. It really took a scholar to really know these things. But now it's out in the open.
So let me just interject real quick. I'm gonna read because it says because I read it said let me highlight it to show you where I was at. It said first caravels returning across the Atlantic with Columbus and merchants eager to develop a lucrative transatlantic indigenous slave trade, right? So check this out. This is from the Bartolomé de las Casas, his book, A Short Destruction of the Indies. This is page 15. And it says a whole series of barbaric despots who indicated unspeakable cruelty on the natives, butchering them, enslaving them, and selling them to merchant sailors in exchange for wine, clothing, and other things. So we were being sold to these merchants who would then take us across the Atlantic as slaves. And what can you get Joel 3:3 real quick?
Hello, yeah, I was already there the moment that came out. Hello, yeah. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink.
So you see that? That's part of the prophecy in Joel 3:3, because right here in the Bartolomé de las Casas, it says merchant sailors in exchange for wine, clothing, and other things. So we were being sold to these merchants for wine, and then the merchants would sell us as slaves when they took us across the Atlantic. Crazy.
Hello, yeah.
Also, like I said, the 1490s. The 1490s is more than 100 years before the transatlantic slave trade from West Africa was kicked off. You know, so Native Americans, us, we know that we were suffering them curses a good 100 years prior to anybody else, fulfilling the prophecy as it says in Deuteronomy 28 chapter.
Right. I think I want to, let me show you something else, right? In Bartolomé de las Casas' book, I'm gonna read page 88, and I'm gonna start. All right, it says bound at the other zone, setting sail. All right, setting sail for Puerto Rico. They sold half of the consignment there as slaves before sailing on to Hispaniola, where they sold the rest. When I was on the island of Puerto Rico and had the opportunity to confront this particular commander with his wicked behavior and with having betrayed these people, his reply was, "Come off it, sir. The orders," so he was given orders. It says the orders I had from my superiors were quite specific. If I could not capture them in battle, I was to promise them peace as a way of tricking them into giving themselves up and then enslave them. Can you get Psalms 55:21? So
Con.
so these Spaniards, what they were doing was they were tricking us into peace, and then when we gave in, they would go and enslave us and put us on these slave ships.
Con. Hello, yeah. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
See, that's that tricking us. Oh yeah, we just want to make peace. Then next thing you know, enslaving us. That's what
His word,
Psalms. Go ahead.
Salakia.
No, go ahead.
His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
See, smooth words, but in their heart, bro, they just want war. They just want us to put us in slavery. That's exactly what Bartholomew de las Casas witnessed. It's crazy. All right, are we done with this?
It's not too much more. I want to
Okay.
get to the part where they start arguing that the Native Americans are also sons of Adam. And from
Okay.
there we can have that as a segue to scriptures.
Okay. So it says, I'm starting right here. It says, an alarmed Queen Isabella responded first by ordering that the indigenous people be freed and returned to their homelands. Then by declaring in 1501 that the Indians were instead Castilian free vassals who should be treated well and pay tribute to the crown. What a
You see that?
what a demon, kid.
Yeah. See what she was feeling. She's emotional. She's a woman, bro.
What
But the
a
thing is,
demon.
all this is going back on her head because she was the. They said at first King Ferdinand didn't want to give Columbus the green light to do all that, so she was the one who advocated Queen Isabella. So she's like, damn, yo, people getting enslaved on my name. Because remember, she's Catholic. She's a woman. She's emotional. It's like, damn. But she went down as one of the greatest demons, along with her damn wicked ass husband, King Ferdinand. We always mention them two devils as one of those horns mentioned in Revelation. You Spaniard devils out there.
Look what she did. She didn't even grant us the freedom to go back home. She made us civilians and made us to pay tribute.
Yeah, free vassals. You know, like
Man.
you're not slaves in the field, but you know we own you. You know what I'm saying?
Con.
That's psycho, kid.
And just for edification's sake, the definition for vassal is a person or country in a subordinate position to another.
Damn.
And you already know subordinate literally, just means lower in rank or position.
So it says, this decree, although important in the sense that the curtailed the massive importation of indigenous slaves to Spain, did little to stop slave raiding ventures throughout the Americas for decades to come.
You see that?
As
even
part-
though the top person, the queen or whatever, and the king is in her ear, yo, chill with that slavery with the Native American. It was still going down. Just like in the United States of America, they try to curtail the transatlantic slave trade, but it was still going down, bro. It was going down all the way into the mid 1800s. So just because the official government says don't do that anymore, that's illegal. It's like the drug trade, same thing, bro. So you still have to pay the payback of the Most High. If the government agreed with it, you didn't agree with it. It was still Edomites. It was still white Caucasian Europeans doing this evil to our people. Go ahead,
Come. So it says, as part of the monumental inter-American forced migration, more than 2,000 Indios made the transatlantic journey to lead humble lives in the Spanish.
No, but check this out. You know who these
Yeah,
were?
what the hell?
These Native Americans actually went voluntarily. That's why I'm saying that this is a separate group that they said, all right, we'll go with you, whatever, and see what's going on over there. But if you read on, it's gonna tell you once they got there, it was a whole different story.
So it says, in the Spanish kingdom of Castile, it is these individuals who are the subject of my book. Some arrived with seamen, some with their masters, some with merchants who sold them once they reached Seville.
You see that? That's that prophecy in Joel right there.
Yeah, the Joel prophecy. The earliest records of slaves being sold in Seville appear with the labels of muchacho,
You see that?
a boy, obispo, perhaps a reference to the slave's master, a bishop, and una niña, a young girl, and with the name Cosme. In their travels, many
You
slaves.
see that?
Go ahead.
You see how it says bishop? That means the Catholic Church was directly involved, bro. This is not just
Kind.
regular
That's right.
Spaniard citizens. This is also hierarchy within the Catholic Church that also had slaves. And they were abusing those kids. That's nothing new. They were raping them back then. For 500
Heck
years,
yeah.
we've been raping, robbing, and murdering our people, you Europeans.
Damn, they the savages, bro.
God.
But it says, in their travels, many slaves crossed Spanish, Portuguese, imperial borders, thus complicating their identities as trans-imperial subjects.
So that means that, Salakia, once they were, say they dropped off some of our people into Spain, some of them will cross the border into Portugal, and vice versa. If they went to Portugal first, sometimes they're trying to dip. They're trying to leave the plantation. They're trying to leave being subject to these devils that had them. So they would try to cross borders into a different European country. So our people are still over there. Our people mixed in with those people out there. So this is why we always say our people are spread around the earth. Those are the Gentiles.
Khan. Those are the ones. Yeah. So it says, most indigenous servants and slaves lived in Seville, but hundreds eventually settled with their masters in the villages and towns of Almeria, Baeza, Cadiz, Ciudad Real, Granada, Madrid, Toledo, and Valladolid. It says a portion of these slaves later litigated for their freedom, ultimately questioning the bondage of Indios and redefining what it meant to be an Indio in the early modern Iberian world. Why then were such large numbers of indigenous peoples in Spanish America enslaved? Moreover, why did Spaniards think they had the legal right to enslave indigenous people? 15th and early 16th century Castilian theologians, merchants, commoners, and men of the sea had conflicting attitudes toward indigenous slavery.
So they were debating should they keep enslaving our people. Eventually, they're gonna look at West Africa. You know what I'm saying? This is all leading to the point because these devils are gonna say, you know what? We had enough enslaving the natives. Now let's go focus on the Southern Kingdom. That's how the Southern Kingdom got enslaved, because these demons was debating should they, because they were really butchering our people. Yeah, Doc.
It says most scholars, ecclesiastics, and jurists of the time agreed that applying the Aristotelian notion of natural slavery to Indios had no legal or theological basis. Those who disagreed, including those who stood to profit from a well-developed slave trade, believed that the people labeled as Indios lacked humanity.
You see that?
Being little more than bestial animals. That's like the American blacks calling 3/5 of a human, right? So yeah, we're the same. Yeah, we're the same.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
It says being little more than bestial animals, Indios could therefore be enslaved. But as many polemicists and particularly Bartholomew de las Casas argued, God did not create natural slaves. All humans were free by their nature and had the capacity to contemplate God. In other words, Indios were humans and fell within the governance of natural law. They were the sons of Adam and should be treated accordingly.
God.
Hallelujah.
Con.
And this is the thing. He's saying it in the sense of we're all humans, right? But We're here to say not only are we sons of Adam, we are the sons of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We are the sons of God in that respect, because other Europeans was identifying that and validating that we had the Hebrew culture. You know what I'm saying? We had the Hebrew culture. We had all those things that they said these have to be the lost tribes of Israel.
That's right. Come on, hallelujah. And I just wanted to tap in right quick on when you mentioned about how they wanted like the children. This article that I'm reading here, I don't know if you want me to share my screen, or I could just read it like that too.
Yeah, you can share your screen.
So as you see right here, hello, yeah, boom, it says Toma right here, right? Columbus's men also continued to sexually abuse Taino women and girls. In 1500, Columbus wrote to an acquaintance that there are many dealers who go about looking for girls. Those from 9 to 10 are now in demand. So that just goes to show the perverseness and the just animal nature of these people. You understand what I'm saying? And to further go down and prove, right? Boom, right here. This is again from Bartolomé de las Casas, or praises to the Most High, right? They, Spanish explorers, forced their way into native settlements, slaughtering everyone they found there, including small children, old men, pregnant women, and even women who had just given birth. They hacked them to pieces, slicing up their bellies with their swords as though there were so many sheep herded into a pen. They even laid wagers on whether they could slice a man in two at a stroke, or cut an individual's head from off his body, or disemboweled him with a single blow of their axes. They grabbed suckling infants by their feet and, ripping them from their mother's breasts, dashed them headlong against the rocks. Others, laughing and joking all the while, threw them over their shoulders, shouting, "Wriggle, you little perisher." Now, why do I bring this out?
Go ahead, my bad. Salakia.
No. This is Hosea 13.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
There you go.
Hallelujah. Hosea 13 and 16. Samaria shall become desolate, for she have rebelled against her God. They shall fall by the sword. We just read that, how they were swinging them and seeing how many they could hit in one stroke. You understand what I'm saying? Their infants shall be dashed in pieces, and their women with child shall be ripped up. Now, if that's not direct scripture prophecy being fulfilled with actual historical accounts, then I don't know what is.
And I presented this question. I present this question to every Negro only. If you think the Hispanics are not Israel, then show me that curse of Hosea 13:16 happening to any so-called black race. I need to see that, because it didn't. It only happened to our people, and we have the proof right here. It's history. It's history and it's biblical. So I need any Negro only to show me that, and stop being a hater already. You know what I'm saying? Just accept it, and it is what it is. But
Yo, I got a precept to go with brother Yoba.
Go ahead, bring it up.
The book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 14. Even so, it is not the will of your Father which is in heaven that one of these little ones should perish. So what am I trying to say with this scripture? You devils, you Europeans, you conquistadors, and all your descendants, the Most High set you up to enslave our people. However, you didn't have a right to rape the kids. You didn't have a right to rape the children. You didn't have a right to castrate the men or burn us. You know, like in the records, it shows you burning and lynching Native Americans and Tainos. You didn't have no right to have us perish like that. You only had the right to enslave us. That's all. Not lie to us, not kill us, butcher us, and rape us. So that's what you have to pay. Not the enslaving part in itself, because we were supposed to be servants under you for breaking God's laws. However, you went overboard. So now we're going to go overboard on your heads.
Hey,
that's right.
What's that scripture about? They furthered the infliction.
Bring it out.
I forgot what. I don't know. Forgot what scripture is that. Hold on. I need that one though. I think it's Zechariah 1:15.
Hallelujah. This This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 1 and verse 15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
See, they forward the affliction. They took advantage of the opportunity to enslave us, and they did more than just enslave us. They tried to commit genocide on us and all types of cruelty, feeding our Southern Kingdom kids were being fed to freaking crocodiles, while our kids were being smashed against rocks. See that?
And they used to sick dogs on us.
Yeah. Sick dogs on us for sport.
And also using them for sex slaves. Look right here. Hello, y'all. After significantly overselling the prospects for gold to the king and queen of Spain, Columbus returned to Hispaniola with 17 ships and 1,200 men. The men he had left at the fort the year before had all been killed. After they had roamed the island in gangs looking for gold, taking women and children as slaves for sex and labor. Zinn wrote.
Sex slaves, bro.
There you go.
Same thing they doing today, these damn Edomites, devil-ass Edomites. And then you got people saying, oh, why you want to blame the white man for it? Just shut up.
Here we go.
Look at this.
Weak ass.
Yeah, exactly. Soft ass, man, whatever. I don't even pay them. I delete those comments and just get them off, get them out my way. Those are people that are standing in my way. They get the sword. You know what I'm saying? Check this out. This is from Bartholomew de las Casas, right? This is book. The book of Bartholomew de las Casas, a short account of the destruction of the Indies. This is page 89, and it says, a forced sense of security by the presence of the Dominicans, believing that the Spaniards would not do him any harm. All the time, missionaries were there. He, his wife, and his 17 others went on board, but no sooner had they done so that the ship set sail for Hispaniola, where the hostages, they labeled hostages, where the hostages were sold into slavery. See that? So they were taking people who were selling them, going to the next island and selling them as slaves. So it's like going from Puerto Rico to Dominican Republic and being sold as a slave. And you see how it says hostages. They were put on boat as hostages.
You bring out the law if you kidnap someone. It be found in your hand. We're found in your hand. Europeans, English Americans, you have the Black Americans in hostage situation. You have them kidnapped for 400, 500 years. You Spaniards, because a lot of the governments in Puerto Rico,
Dominican,
21:16.
Yeah.
A lot of the government officials of Latin America, they go back to the Spaniards. So you guys have us hostage to this day. Read it, Doc.
Hello, yeah. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 21 and verse 16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
And
you know,
be put to death.
And to add on to what the brother was saying, during the Spanish-American War, 1898, Puerto Rico wasn't liberated. It literally went from being held by Spaniard Edomites to now being held by so-called American Edomites, and we still found in their hands.
So just I just want to show this real quick, right? Because we on the subject of natives on slave ships, right? So I just want to be on I just want to show this real quick. This is the Guardian, right? And so just real quick before I read it, this ain't just the Guardian, right? It's CNN, Smithsonian Magazine, AP News, the Washington Post, Wikipedia, Chicago Tribune, Life Science, New York Daily News, Union College, Fox News, Daily Express, Ancient Origins, Science Times, Al Jazeera, right? This is all of these news
credible sources
are saying it, right? So let's go to Smithsonian Magazine. It says researchers identify Mexican wreck as 19th century Mayan slave ship. So they had These are Mayan slave ships that were found. It says off the coast of Ciso, Mexico, remnants of a 19th century steamboat rest on the ocean floor, overgrown with marine plant life and slowly disintegrating. When divers first discovered the wreck in 2017, its origins were largely a mystery. Now, after 3 years of research, Mexico's National Institute of Anthropology and History has finally identified the ship and linked it to a violent chapter in the country's history. Historical documents suggest the vessel is La Union, the Union, a steamer used to illegally transport enslaved Mayans people during the second half of the 19th century. So this is basically the last ship that set sail for slavery. The finds speak of a ominous past for Mexico, one that must be recognized and must be recognized. It must be recognized and studied according to its context and time, according to a statement. So, boom,
That's
there
the
we go.
1800s too. That's the 1800s.
Right.
Ooh.
So we see that. Look at this. It says between 1855 and 1861, Spanish trading firm Zangronis Hermanos y Compañía. Yo, bro, this is a straight up trading company.
Yep.
Used La Union to capture and transport about 25 to 30 Mayans to Cuba every month. So they were taking people from Mexico and bringing them to Cuba as slaves. Upon arriving in Cuba, enslaved individuals were sold and forced to work on sugarcane plantations. Wow. And it goes more. It goes more. Look, it says the ship was active as a slave vessel during the caste war of the Yucatan, one of the longest running armed insurgencies of the 19th century, per the University of North Carolina of Chapel Hill. Mayan peasants across the Yucatan Peninsula first revolted in 1847, sparked a war between the indigenous community and the exploitive land-owning Spanish-speaking population. Both sides indiscriminately attacked the enemy population. According to the Yucatan Times, by the time the clash officially ended in 1901, an estimated 300,000 people had died.
1901. This is recent history, bro.
Yeah.
Khan.
And people think we're not supposed to talk about this thing. We're supposed to hold hands, you Catholic damn devils. We're not going to hold hands. We're going to chop your damn hands off in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
That's right.
Can you put out Luke 13 verse 3 to
Khan, hello, yeah.
Luke 13 verse where it says there's nothing here that should not be revealed. I just lost it. Is it 14?
That's Luke 12 and 2.
Figure it out.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 12 and verse 2. Hello, Yah. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known.
Yeah, like that ship. Like that these facts, this data that we're bringing out of that book, Global Indios, is coming out of the Duke University, one of the top 10 universities in North America, bro, from around the world, bro. Duke University. So it's nothing being hid anymore. We're in a time of revelation. We are the Northern Kingdom, the 10 tribes that came over here, and we were identified as Native Americans by the Spaniards and the European eyes, but we are the 10 tribes. So we have the facts, we have all the curses that line up with our history.
Khan, hello,
let
yeah.
Let me read an excerpt from a book called From Columbus to Castro: The History of the Caribbean by Eric Williams. All right, so this is page 31, the bottom paragraph. It says, he described them as a wild people fit for any work, well proportioned and very intelligent. So hold on, wait. If the natives were intelligent, how can we be savages? Okay, contradiction. It says, and who, when they have got rid of their cruel habits to which they have been accustomed, will be better than any other kind of slaves. On his third voyage in 1498, he shipped 600 Indians back to Spain. The slave trade in the Caribbean thus began as outward and not inward cargoes. So we was outside the boats, not inside, right? That first trip we was outside, like on the decks and stuff. It says, taking them from the Indians transported from the West Indies to Spain, rather than the Negroes transported from West Africa to the Caribbean. So we were going in the opposite direction. It says, in the meantime, however, the Pope had enjoined on the Spanish sovereigns the duty of treating the Indians kindly and converting them to Catholicism. So he just wanted to convert us, right? But instead ended up selling us as slaves. So this is more proof that the transatlantic slave trade thus began with the Caribbean, with the indigenous being sold into Spain. That's how the transatlantic started. Then West Africa into the Caribbeans. Jeesh.
Hallelujah. Yo, shalom, Mark.
Shalom, brother. Hey, you want to get since they were calling out people beasts and animals, can you get Titus 1 and 12? We're going to see who's the true animal and beast.
That's right. Hallelujah. This is the book of Titus, chapter 1 and verse 12. One of themselves, even a prophet of their own, said, the Cretians are always liars, evil beasts, slow bellies.
That's right. Who's the Cretes, the Cretians? Those are the Greeks. That's the father of the Romans. The Romans is the father of all you Caucasian people, you Edomites. Edom is Rome. That's your history. That's what you're called in the gospel, evil beasts. Always liars, bro. We're not the beasts. We're not the savages. That's you and your history. That's why the Most High preserved all this, so we can get it, put a lesson on it, and blast you in the Holy Spirit.
Hallelujah. Hey, shalom, Mark.
Come. So yeah, yeah, for real. Yeah, we did. Let me just, he says the native taught Esau a lot, gave him a lot too. Welcome those devils with open. Yeah, for real. We did welcome them with open hands, bro. We gave them everything, taught them how to freaking cultivate, stay warm, farm, all that.
Yo, there's a certain story of a cacique, a leader from I don't know, it was Cuba, bro. He was giving them a tour of the islands. Spaniards.
As a matter of fact, real quick, hey, Yahweh Kanan, in Deuteronomy 28 about the curses, it says your king. Look that up real quick.
God.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
Yeah, hallelujah. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 36.
Bring it out.
The Lord shall bring thee, and thy king which thou shalt set over thee unto Salachia. Unless that's not it, is it?
Wait, what was it? 30? No,
36.
No, it gotta be.
Yeah, Deuteronomy 28 and 36.
Yeah, read it.
The Lord shall bring thee, and thy king which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone.
So somebody would say, oh, well, your king. Who the hell was your king? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna show you who our kings were. Cacique.
Oh, hallelujah.
Cacique
chief
was initially translated as king or prince of the Spanish, right? So the caciques who ruled the indigenous tribes, they were called cacique, which mean kings. They were kings. That was our king. Those are our tribal kings. So in Deuteronomy 28, when it says your king, this is who it was talking about.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Ain't no way around it, kid.
And
those curses are us.
And you're sure what did they do to our kings? Go to Job 19 verse 9.
Hallelujah. This is the book of Job, chapter 19 and verse 9. He has stripped me of my glory and taken the crown from my head.
You see that? The Most High put into the minds of those devils to punish our people because we were breaking God's laws. So they stripped us of our glory and they took that crown off our head. And them devils was coming in Ecclesiastes. Is it Ecclesiastes? Them devils was on horses, and the princes, okay, the Taínos, we were serving them. You know what I'm saying? As slaves on the ground. They are servants, but the Most High set them up above us. Thus saith King Solomon in the book of Ecclesiastes. You could bring that out.
Khan, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10 and verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Who was the servant? Wasn't Esau created to be the servant of Jacob? So that's definitely a prophecy of King Solomon, because we know these scriptures. We know the Spirit is speaking through these scriptures. The two most important figures or characters, if you want to put it like that, in the Bible is Jacob and Esau. Jacob is the Black Americans, the Hispanics, the Native Americans of indigenous descent, and Esau is the Caucasians. These are the only two people who matter on the earth right now. You know what I'm saying? So we know we identified Esau. They know who we are. The Illuminati and all these scholars, Las Casas, all them scholars know who we are. We definitely know who you are.
Khan.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. It's a clear, it's very clear. So for anybody to deny the history, man, you gotta be in denial. You just gotta be full of hate. That's all it is. You just full of hate. It's very evident that we are the children of Israel, specifically Northern Kingdom. You know what I mean? So we definitely fit the curses.
Yeah, go to Deuteronomy as a sign.
28:48.
Yeah, it says about the sign. Yeah, because in their spirit, they still look at us as those boys. You know what I'm saying? Those muchachos. They didn't say a muchacho.
Yeah, it's a muchacho. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what they call the Black Americans. Boy. It's the same
boy.
word.
Yeah, same freaking word.
The English cracker used to call the Black Americans, the tribe of Judah, boy.
Yeah.
The Spaniards used to call the Native American men muchacho. It means boy.
Yeah, they'd be like, hey, boy.
Come on, bro.
Like, get your ass over here, boy. What you doing, boy? Right? That's the same. It's the same speech, kid. It's crazy.
Yeah, Wakanan, you got that? Salaki. It should be as a sign upon us. These curses.
28:54.
Khan.
He probably
Khan. Salaki. No. 28:54?
It should be.
No. That's the man that's tender among you.
48. 28:48.
I don't think that's what y'all brothers want neither. Right here, look. Therefore shalt thou serve that Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 48.
46.
Khan, hallelujah. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
As a sign and a wonder, bro. So we look at these things like, damn, wonders like, damn, this really happened to our people, bro. Ain't no damn China man's gonna look at this history and connect it with the curses. Only the Black Americans can do that. Only the Puerto Ricans of native descent can do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Only our people can do it's going to be a sign and a wonder upon us forever, meaning until Christ comes back and breaks us out of those curses.
Khan.
Then people want to latch on to the Bible saying Christianity is the new Israel. When did Christianity go into slavery, bro?
They enforced it.
Spiritually.
Everything is spiritual with them, bro. The most carnal devils on the earth, everything is spiritual with them. Spiritual Israel, spiritual Jew, spiritual covenant.
Spiritual laws. Everything, right? Like they don't have to do nothing. Everything is just invisible. Yeah. I mean, look, the point is that now we have this video right here that we ever want to point a naysayer into the right direction, we could just easily give them this video right here. In 45 minutes, there was enough information in this video to go out and prove anybody wrong. And that was just talking about slave ships.
Yeah, that's what they wanted.
This ain't even going into like customs and culture. I have books on customs and rituals that we were keeping over here on this side of the world that would destroy, a naysayer even more. You know what I'm saying? So,
Can you go to Matthew 11 verse 12?
Hallelujah.
The same people. Check this out. The same people that destroyed Jerusalem in 70 AD. Those are the forefathers of the Spaniards that came over and invaded the Caribbean and Latin America, Native America. Read Matthew 11, verse 12.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 11, and verse 12. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and the violent take it by force.
So obviously the kingdom of heaven that's suffering violence is the people, the black Jews in Jerusalem, in the homeland, that was suffering violence under the Italian Romans. Who are the Italian Romans? They are the direct forefathers of the Spaniard conquistadors that came over to the Americas and made us suffer violence, because we also, us Native Americans, we also are the kingdom of heaven. We represent God's children on earth. So, wherever you look, we could go Old Testament, New Testament, by the Spirit and power of the Most High. We could go through history, what you want, because we got this covered through the Spirit.
Yo, what about Jeremiah 50:33?
Con.
Bring it out.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, and verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. And yet here we are, still being held captive. You know what I mean?
Well,
still being held captive.
Well, let's look at the major point of that verse. It says they will be held captive together. So if a Negro only thinks that the majority of Judah is here on this side, how is it that they're in captivity together?
Ahí está.
How is that even possible? Right? Because if the majority of Judah is in the Americas, then Northern Kingdom has to be here too in order to be held captive together.
Check this out, Ak. And that proves that they have to be held in captive together. Also, Isaiah 11:13 backs that up, that you have to have the tribes dwelling in the same landmass for these two prophecies to even come to pass.
Hey, y'all get Hosea 1 and verse 11.
Hello, yeah. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 1 and verse 11. Damn, hello, yeah. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together, and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land. For great shall be the day of Jezreel. Hello, yeah.
So we should come up out the land together, Judah and Israel, not just Judah. So if them again, going back to Jeremiah 50 and 33, this is the precept to that. If we're not together, if Judah is here in the Americas without Northern Kingdom, then how is Judah walking out of this land together with Northern Kingdom? Y'all Negro onlys make no sense. Okay, y'all don't know scripture. It makes no sense.
Also, can you bring out Isaiah 11:13? Because this also goes with
bring it out.
Prior to scriptures. For this to happen, we have to be together at the very moment.
Hello, yeah. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 11 and verse 13. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
So how is this taking place if Ephraim is somewhere in Africa?
Exactly.
Exactly.
For you to envy someone and for someone to vex you, you have to be living in the same hood.
Right.
You have to be living in the same community,
the
same city.
You would have to show me Judah in Africa vexing Ephraim in Africa.
Good.
You have to show me that. And even if go read verse 11. Even if just read verse 11.
Hello, yeah. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 11 and verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people.
The what?
The remnant of his people.
The remnant, meaning the little bit that was left over. So even if Northern Kingdom is scattered through these countries over there, it's just a little. It's not the bulk. It's just the remnant, just a little bit left over. That's what remnant means. Just a little bit left over. That's crazy. These people, they hate us so much, but again, that's part of the curses. So, as a matter of fact, get that in the curses. Deuteronomy 28:54.
54, yeah, the classic. Hello, yeah. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate. His eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
His eye shall be evil towards his brother. Get Sirach 31:13. His eye
Hallelujah.
shall be evil towards his brother, right? So they're gonna have an evil eye towards us, which that's what they're doing. They're having an evil eye towards us. But watch what having an evil eye is. Watch what it explains what having an evil eye is. Go ahead.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 31 and verse 13. Remember that a wicked eye is an evil thing.
Ha! It's an evil thing. You people who have an evil eye towards Northern Kingdom, y'all evil, y'all wicked. Go ahead, read on.
Khan, and what is created more wicked than an eye?
Mm.
Therefore, it weepeth upon every occasion.
y'all need to check your spirits. And like Asaph said, Khan, it's family dysfunction. Khan, bro. It's a dysfunctional family. Khan. It's been like that from the beginning too. When they try to sell Joseph and just
Yeah, I got that. I got that lined
Hallelujah.
up. I got that lined up. Genesis 37, verse 26.
Hallelujah.
This is
Hallelujah.
In the spirit, this is speaking about the Judite brothers and sisters out there that know who the Northern Kingdom is and is stepping us and fight this battle against these wicked ass black Jews. Read it, Ak.
Khan, hallelujah. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 37 and verse 26. And Judah said unto his brethren, what profit is it if we slay our brother and conceal his blood?
You can't conceal our blood, bro. We are the tribe of Ephraim. We represent the Northern Kingdom.
That's right.
We're gonna unite with our brothers Judah, because that's the true spirit of Judah right there. There's no benefit us fighting amongst each other no more, slaying your brother by telling him that he's a Mongoloid and he's a Spaniard and all that. The spirit bears witness that we have the truth. We have the truth. The Most High got our back, bro.
Khan, hallelujah.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. That was mighty right there. Hallelujah. Ko halo Yahweh wa barakatha Yahweh Shai.
Khan, bro. So you see, like, we need to understand, not only we, but everyone needs to understand that this is one big family, right? And yo, get me where Matt the Messiah says you should be hated by your own house, by those of your own.
Khan, hallelujah.
Bring that out, because it's true. You got to think about it. We're gonna be hated by our own house. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna be hated by our own household. Everyone is hated in their own house. Shoot, I remember my sisters hating me. You know what I'm saying? Living in the same house. So just think about on a greater, grander scale. You see what I'm saying? Crazy. Bring that out.
Khan, hallelujah. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 13, and verse 57. And they were offended in him. But Yahweh Shai said unto them, a prophet is not without honor, save in his own country and in his own house.
See what I'm saying? But there's another one. It's foes.
A man's enemies shall be those of his own household.
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at. Matthew 10:36.
Hallelujah. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, and verse 36. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household.
There you go. See, because our own house is gonna hate us. You see what I'm saying? People of our own house is gonna hate us. Imagine someone from another tribe and someone, you know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be hatred. I mean, that's part of the curses. We already read it in Deuteronomy 28 and 54. It's part of the curses. Sirach 31:13. It's part of the curses. You see what
it happened in real time with the brothers with Joseph. So you see that how it all lines up. All we need is Ephraim, that arrow, to fill that bow with Judah, and it's game on, bro.
Yo, so, you know what's funny? That curse actually happened before it was even written. That stuff that happened with Joseph, that was before Moses even came on the scene.
God.
That's crazy. To let you know, these laws and curses, they've been around. You know what I'm saying? They've been around.
Yo, and Salachia, right quick, in that Matthew 10 and 36, it goes hard. Because you see, they shall what? A man's foe shall be they of his own household. Hallelujah. Pero check out, Papi, because when you go to John 10 and 16, it says, and other sheep I have which are not of this fold. Them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice, and there shall be one fold and one shepherd. So we in that same fold, and we being hated on by our own brothers from our own fold. You know what I mean? And in like manner, you know, not to throw shade, but let's keep everything crystal transparent. You got Northern Kingdom brothers hating on Southern Kingdom brothers too. That's off.
Hell yeah. Hard body too, bro. Hard body to the point where they be like, oh, you Hamite. You a Hamite.
Yeah. Set tripping.
Yo, these niggas are so disgusting. They even be to the point where they be like, God hates black people.
Mira. Hello, yeah. God forbid.
Crazy, son. Meanwhile, Messiah was black. How the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like that's
no, that's because they low key still under that image, under that devil Caesar Borgia.
Caesar Borgia image. Khan. Exactly, bro. Exactly. All praises to the Most High, bro.
Yeah. So what Yahweh Shai was saying there, not only are we invited to the barbecue, we're cooking too, bro.
Hey.
We that other sheep. We coming home, bro. We got a room in that house. There's 12 rooms in that house. We definitely got a room in that house.
We chefing it up, kid.
Yahweh Shai said this in Hosea 11. Go to verse 8 through 10.
Hello, yeah. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 11, verses 8 through 10. How shall I give thee up, Ephraim? How shall I deliver thee, Israel? How shall I make thee as Admah? How shall I set thee as Eboim? Mine heart is turned within me. My repentings are kindled together.
So let me just put this. Hosea is vouching for us that we definitely going to be saved along with the other tribes because we went off, bro. We were the kings of the northern, and that's why it was a serious thing what we did, and we repent of that, and we got to come back. The Lord is saying, how can he give us up, bro? We beloved of Yahweh, bro. Read on.
Khan, verse 9. I will not execute the fierceness of mine anger. I will not return to destroy Ephraim, for I am God and not man, the Holy One in the midst of thee, and I will not enter into the city. They shall walk after the Lord. He shall roar like a lion. When he shall roar, then the children shall tremble from the west.
That lion of the tribe of Judah is roaring right now. He's roaring, telling us to get right, and we're trembling right now because we're doing these video lessons. We're going out to camp Abaratazah. We're going to keep doing it. And 12,000 is definitely going to tremble at the name Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Khan, bro.
Khan. And as far as quick precept, Salachia, Baruch, classic, Baruch 4:28. For as it was your mind to go astray from God, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. That's the perfection right there. You got to keep pressing forward. You understand what I'm saying? Seek the Most High 10 times more. Why? So we could get up out of here, man.
As far as Ephraim and Northern Kingdom cooking it up, chefing it up right now, hey, get First Chronicles 5 and 2 because that's what we doing, and that's what we supposed to be doing. You see what I'm saying? Get First Chronicles 5 and 2 real quick.
Hello, yeah. This is the book of First Chronicles, chapter 5 and verse 2. For Judah prevailed above his brethren, and of him came the chief ruler, but the birthright was Joseph's.
So we here, and that's why we coming so strong, and that's why we ain't giving up either. That's why we got the spirit upon us to bring it out, and that's why we gonna bring it out, and that's why we gonna keep bringing it out.
Hello, yeah.
All praise to the Most High.
Call hello, Yahweh. Yo, that was a mighty precept. Hello, yeah. Call hello, Yahweh.
Yo, we look, bro. Like I said, this video is definitely something to share. All right, if y'all bump into a Negro only, share this video. Show him this video.
And a Latino only, letting him know that
there you go.
You're gonna catch that sword chop too, because I'm gonna put it like that. I'm gonna put it real blatant and clear. We ain't fucking with y'all either, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. That's right.
Yo, you know, to be honest with you, yeah, we ain't fucking with y'all freaking Latino onlys. We not, because y'all causing separation, y'all causing division. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we about. We're about unity. As a matter of fact, you know, some people that watch this channel, they like dark coffee.
Hey, ahí está.
Hey. You know what I'm saying? So we can't just be up here freaking coffee and cream. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? To keep it a buck,
brothers up here for real.
To keep it a buck, no matter how much cream you put in that coffee, it's still coffee, papi.
It's still coffee at the end of the day. It still has a dark origin.
Hello, yeah.
All praises.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, the Most High is setting back up the house of David. If you want to get that, the ruins building back the house of David, and all the tribes were down with David. Ain't no tribes picture that any of the tribes rebelling against the house of David, and they're Judites, obviously. So we part of that too.
Yeah, there was Ephraim rolling too.
Khan, hallelujah. This is the book of Acts, chapter 15 and verse 16. After this, I will return and will build again the tabernacle of David, which is falling down, and I will build again the ruins thereof, and I will set it up.
That's right. So Latinos of native descent, the Native Americans, we returning back to join up with our brothers, and that's all collectively known as the House of David underneath Yahweh Shah. That's going to be established in the kingdom of heaven. So ain't no separation, ain't no more separation anymore. The sticks are joined together. The partition has been broken. All that separation is out the door, bro. You just of the devil if you're still talking about color or colorism.
Yo, hold up. Give me. Nah, no, never mind. My bad.
I'll bring it out.
No, I'll end it. I'll end the video with it. Don't worry.
Khan. Hello, yeah.
Yeah, all praises though, man. Like we've been bringing it out, y'all. We've been bringing it out, and it didn't take long. It didn't take long to bring out the information. If anybody's watching, y'all didn't catch the full thing, just go back to the beginning. Go back to the beginning and watch how we started bringing it out. And there's more. I mean, there's a lot more. Like, for example, right? Let me just, you know what, bro? Let me let me just bring out this one page, y'all, real quick.
Dali.
I just want to do just one page, all right? It says this is from a book called The 10 Tribes from Barbara and Simon, right? It's page 39. And it says Herrera, almost in the very words of Acostas, noticed in the 17th chapter of the second book of his third decade that custom, he's talking about circumcision, as prevalent amongst the Mexicans. And Barnell Diaz is quite explicit on the subject in the following passage of the 207th chapter of his History of the Continent of New Spain. In some provinces, they were circumcised, and they have flint knives with which they performed the ceremony. So they were so the Mayans and Aztecs, they were doing circumcision as a ceremony amongst other rituals and ceremonies like unleavened bread. And they were also doing what is that when a woman gets pregnant in the law, where you are unclean for like 40 days, 80 days. The Mexicans, the so-called Mayans, was observing that also.
Yeah, just like the prophet Ezra said, that they would keep those statues, which they never kept in their own land. We were keeping circumcision. We were keeping them high holy days. I wouldn't say every last Native American was doing it, but enough of us was doing it that we was here for a long time.
As a matter of fact, just to on this same book, it says, damn, bro, where is it? Hey, but for the meantime, can you get that scripture for that, brother?
Khan, hallelujah. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim HaMashiach, Malak Yahweh Shai. This is the classic right here, hallelujah. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 13, verses 39 through 46. And whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceable multitude unto him, those are the 10 tribes, which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanasseh the king of Assyria led away captive. And he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen, and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt, that they might there keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow places of the river. For the Most High then shewed signs for them, and held still the flood, till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely, of a year and a half. And the same region is called Arsareth. Then dwelt they there until the latter time. And now, when they shall begin to come, hallelujah. And hey, man, whoever don't know what Arsareth, that's known worldwide in the Jewish Encyclopedia even as the landmass that Columbus identified as America. So no, he was not lost looking for another route to the Indias.
So I wanna read this this quick thing, right? Because the brother Iraq said, yeah, maybe it wasn't all of them that was, you know, doing circumcision and all that, right? But watch this, right? Because it was talking about Mexico at that time, right? The one that I read was Mexico. So this is the same book, The 10 Tribes of Israel by Barbara Ann Simon. This is page 151. It says, whether the Indians of the islands of Santo Domingo and Cuba, whose language is said to have been half Hebrew, and who in many of their customs nearly resembled the Jews, practiced the same rites as those in use among the Indians of the continent. It says, but they possess traditions in common with the evidently derived from a Hebrew source. So it says, look what it says. It says, those in use among the Indians of the continent, not an island, the continent, meaning everybody on the South American continent was observing the same Hebrew rites.
Hallelujah.
And also when it said that Hebrew source, the Hebrew source, we just read it, 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter.
Exactly.
That was that council they had over there by Assyria. They said, we're gonna come out here, we're gonna definitely follow these law, statutes, and commandments. They had it up to here with these heathen. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody on this continent was being circumcised. Everybody on this continent was observing unleavened bread. Everybody on this continent was observing the unclean, the rituals of being unclean after birth. These were laws and rituals and ceremonial laws that were going around the whole continent.
Hallelujah.
Come on now. Like I said, this video is definitely a smasher. This is definitely one to show everybody there's a naysayer. You're a naysayer? Freaking show them this video. As a matter of fact, smash the freaking like button. For real, for real. Support your brothers doing this work.
Look, P gang, I got the law on that, hallelujah, to prove that, yeah, they were going to keep the laws in the lands in where no man, you know what I'm saying, dwelt, hallelujah. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 12 and verse 2, concerning, you know, the woman being unclean. Actually, let me just get straight to the point. Leviticus, chapter 12 and verse 3. And then the 8th day, the flesh of his foreskin shall be circumcised.
That's part of the law.
It's
the law. It's the law. Circumcise your kid. It's the law. And that's what they were doing. They were even doing it to adults. Even adults were getting circumcised. Just like Abraham. How old was Abraham when he got circumcised? Freaking 93, 99? Something like that.
Can you get Deuteronomy 33rd chapter? We should push the people to the ends of the earth. The ends of the earth is Arsareth. So Ephraim, as the king, the leadership position in Northern Kingdom, not only were they pushing the people to the ends of the earth, they were pushing them to do, you know, the righteous acts. Go ahead, Ak.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33 and verse 17. His glory is like the firstling of his bullock, and his horns are like the horns of unicorns. With them he shall push the people together to the ends of the earth. And they are the 10,000s of Ephraim, and they are the thousands of Manasseh.
You see that speaking about the horns? That horn represents power. So they were not pushing them to go to the ends of the earth to just do their own thing. You know what I'm saying? Just live life how you felt like. With them horns, that's straight power. And that power comes with the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh. So that's what Ephraim was doing with that power, that authority to push the people to take the 10 tribes and go to another land where never mankind dwelt. So that's the story right there. That's the truth and that's the facts.
And to the ends of the earth. This is a land known as where never mankind dwelt. When Columbus, they were looking what they called it, the New World. They ain't know nothing about this over here. Hallelujah.
That's another thing too. Like to say Africa was Arsareth. That shit is crazy. Because first off, people freaking inhabited Africa. There was all types of tribes in Africa.
Ham. The sons of Ham were dwelling all up in North Africa, East Africa, Egypt.
Crazy.
It wouldn't constitute the ends of the earth, and would definitely not constitute.
No, because also too, right? Ezra says it took a year and a half, right? So if you take from Assyria into Africa, a year and a half into Africa, now you're talking about some type of lands where they definitely are not Israel. See, you understand what I'm saying, right? Now you're taking these Hamites and putting them as Israel.
And also, Esdras wouldn't mention that the Most High showed them signs. You do not need signs to walk in the Middle East to Africa.
Right. Yeah. No, yo. What is the damn that Psalms verse? Man, hold up.
Yeah, with the signs are speaking about navigation on the seas. That's the time you need the signs to navigate through the seas. Held still the flood, also the seas.
29 and 10.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 29 and verse 10. The Lord sitteth upon the flood. Yea, the Lord sitteth king forever.
No, that ain't it. Hold on. My bad. That is not it. Which one was it? Hold on. Talk. Somebody talk.
Yeah, while the brother's getting that, I was just thinking about, real quick, you know what I'm saying? Because let's keep it a buck. When they was going out there and they was giving the portions of the land and all that, Abraham was promised that let me see. Right, I'm pulling that up right now. Salachia. Let me see. No. Euphrates, Egypt. Basically, Africa isn't like the unknown land where never mankind dwelt, because the borders was from the great river in Egypt to Euphrates. That was the land that was going to be given to Abraham and his seed. You know what I mean? Let me get that right quick.
Man. Hey, Iraq, you don't know that verse with the floods and Psalms?
I know Psalm 107 verse 29 says, He maketh the storm a calm.
There he goes. That's it. Bring it out.
Psalms 107 verse 29. He maketh the storm a calm, so that the waves thereof are still.
Right. And we understand through the Spaniard navigationers and then sailors that the most craziest storms were through the Caribbean oceans, and the Most High held those still so we could pass by and reach our destination, which were the Caribbean islands and South America.
Also, as a note, when it says about the signs, again, you don't need signs to travel through the Middle East, which are people literally dwelt here for thousands of years. You don't need signs to walk into Africa, bro. The signs is called astral navigation. Astral meaning star, navigation meaning in the ships. You need those signs and to guide you. And the Most High set that up through Issachar. Issachar set up also with the ships to bring us to this haven called Osiris.
That's right.
Hello, y'all. I got that script right quick to prove. Also, hello, y'all, to what you're saying, King. We were definitely over there for thousands of years, peep game. This is Genesis 15 and 18. In the same day, the Lord made a covenant with Abram, saying, Unto thy seed have I given this land, from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates. And we were all throughout that whole area there. You understand what I'm saying?
And the great river of Egypt is the Nile, bro.
The Nile River, Khan.
Yeah, because certain so-called Negro onlys, they try to say that Osiris was in North Africa. If our people knew about the Nile, how the hell is that unknown land in North Africa? The Nile is right there. That's
not only that. Why would it take a year and a half to get there?
Yeah, they don't understand the route they took. They went around Africa. That's why it took a year and a half, because they were making stops along the way.
Yeah.
Also, when you see Solomon in the ships, it said they took 3 years to make a roundabout trip.
Roundabout trip,
that's a year and a half times 2.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Year and a half. Yep. Khan, all praises. Yep. That's definitely a dagger right there. That Solomon
Damn.
one. Sending his Navy fleet and all that. Yeah, that's definitely a cut. All praises. All praises. But yeah, y'all have anything else y'all want to bring out? Remember, I like to keep things short and powerful, bro. I want people have a short attention span. Anything else?
I'm good.
You good? Yawa Kanan, you good?
Khan, I'm good.
Okay.
Hello, yeah.
I want to leave the people with this real quick.
Praising the Lord, sing unto him a new song. And his praise in the congregation of saints. He only showed his word to us, so Israel. He ain't dealing with no other nation but Judah, Ephraim, Judah, Ephraim, Judah, Ephraim. Black and Hispanic people, Judah, Ephraim, Judah, Ephraim, Judah, Ephraim. Native Indian people. Sitting back, looking back, all I wanna do is thank you, Lord. Oh God, for showing me light in the middle of a whole lot of dark. All praises for showing me truth in a world full of lies I was raised in. For a minute I gave in, but now I'm here dancing like David. Raise my voice like a trumpet, not afraid of their faces. Israel ain't backing down. This a warrior nation. Tell the world we ain't playing. Wielding the word of God. This is our battlefield. Tell them the Lord's a man of war. Good is said against evil.
Haha. All praise to the Most High Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai Barakatah Kwam Yasharala. Love y'all. Pray for each other. Stay up. Keep them commandments, y'all. NKOI in the building.
Shalom, Yasharala. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Barakatham.
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatham to the saints out there. Kwam Yasha'Allah.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kom Yasharala.
Shabbat Shalom, y'all.